Hi, I'm Claire Ridgway of the Anne Boleyn Files and Tudor Society, and also an author of several Tudor history books. You might remember that a few weeks ago, I can't remember when it was, might have only been a couple of weeks ago, I did a video introducing the Anne Boleyn Experience Tour. Well, that one for May 2020 sold out, I think, within about 48 hours of me mentioning it, and there were quite a few disappointed people. But I'm here today to let you know about another tour that I'm co-leading with the lovely Philippa Lacey Brewell of British History Tours next year, 2020. And this one's actually going to be in October 2020. It's running from the 18th to the 23rd of October. And it's called Tudor and Stuart, Witchcraft and Medicine. That's the tour name. Although really it should be called Tudor and Stuart, Witchcraft, Medicine, Superstition, Ghosts, Religion, blah, blah, blah. But that's a rather long name for a tour. So we felt that we had to shorten it somewhat. Now, this tour came about because of lots of chats and discussions we'd had with tour participants both last year and this year. Philippa and I found that there's a real interest in the religion, superstitions, ghosts, medicine, all those kind of things from the Tudor and Stuart period, because these things, what's really unusual about the Tudor and Stuart periods is these things are all interconnected. They're very intertwined in the Tudor and Stuart periods. I mean, we find it odd that a religious person like Queen Elizabeth I, who's known as, you know, a Protestant queen, had Dr. John Dee, who was linked to the occult, who was linked to alchemy, astrology, and quite some dark things actually that he was looking into, that she had him draw up an astrological chart to find the most auspicious day for her coronation. We find it weird that astrology and religion can be linked. And also, you know, women, we read about women who are going through childbirth, you know, having not only religious relics, you know, in their birthing chambers to help them, but also amulets and charms. And we think, how can they be superstitious and religious? But it's all interconnected in the Tudor and Stuart periods. These were fascinating times. Medicine, science, astrology, religion, superstition, all inextricably linked in those times. And it was such a dangerous time as well for women who were kind of on the edge of society, that were a little bit different to other women in their town or village. I mean, I've personally researched the Essex witches, who weren't witches at all. They were just women who didn't sort of fit into their sort of society's norms. I find it really scary and shocking how these women were framed for witchcraft just because they didn't fit in with other women in their society. And if a woman had an argument with someone and then that person died, you know, a day or two later, then that woman could be accused of cursing that person and making them die. They were accused of murder by witchcraft, and they could be hanged. They lost their lives for it. It's just really scary that these accusations against different women, people that were different, you know, not only led to imprisonment, but led to their deaths, their executions. And I just find that really scary, but also fascinating as well. And then there's, of course, the witch finders, men like Matthew Hopkins, you know, who are paid to find witches. Well, if you're being paid to find witches, you are actually going to find witches, aren't you? That's what you're being paid for. That's your job. You've got to do your job. And then there's the man who wrote Demonology, a work that focused on witches, magic, necromancy, and which urged the detection and punishment of witches. And of course, this was written by King James I when he was King James VI of Scotland. This was coming from important people. This was coming from rulers. really scary times. Now, if you're intrigued by the beliefs and superstitions that the normal person held in Tudor and Stuart England, you want to hear stories of the Essex witches, these women who were on the edge of society and ended up being executed. And if you're not put off by the odd ghost story, because we do love telling ghost stories, then you will absolutely love this tour that we're running in October. Now, we're actually dividing our time between two places on this tour. We're going to my home, actually. It's where I'm from, just a few miles away. The beautiful Warwickshire town of Stratford-upon-Avon, which is full of Tudor buildings, just a gorgeous place. And then we're moving from there to historic Colchester, where we'll be staying in, both places we'll be staying in luxury 4-star hotels, both beautiful historic places. Now, let me just run through an overview of the itinerary for you so that you can just see exactly what we're doing. Well, day one, of course, the 18th of October, we meet in London, near London Victoria train station. It's a nice, easy place to get to. And then we get on our lovely air-conditioned coach and travel to the Midlands, to Stratford-upon-Avon, where we then, after our lovely meal, 3-course evening meal, we have a talk from yours truly. Yes, me, if you can stand hearing from me, yes again. Day 2, the 19th of October, we spend a full day exploring Stratford-upon-Avon, of course known for being William Shakespeare's birthplace. Just beautiful. I'm biased because I'm from there, but it is just a heavenly place. And we're going to look at how witches and superstitions are depicted in Shakespeare's work, as well as visiting his birthplace. You've got to visit his birthplace while you're in Stratford. And Hall's Croft as well, which was the home of Susanna, Shakespeare's daughter, who was married to physician Dr. John Hall. And there's a wonderful exhibition there of sort of medical artifacts. And so yes, we'll be exploring medicine as well. Day 3, 20th of October, we visit Baddesley Clinton, which is a stunning Tudor manor house. It's a moated manor house, so it's just lovely. Not only will we be taking in its beauty, we'll be exploring religious persecution in the Elizabethan era there. Then when we get back to our lovely hotel in Stratford-upon-Avon, we'll be having a talk from historian Leslie Smith on witchcraft and superstitions. Now, you might have seen Leslie on Most Haunted, if you're a Most Haunted fan. Leslie, she's a presenter, she's a historian, she's an actress, she's known for bringing Mary Queen of Scots and Elizabeth I to life. She's a curator at Tutbury Castle. She's an excellent historian. Oh, I could just listen to her forever. She is so interesting. So I'm really, really looking forward to that talk. And I'm just rather glad that I don't have to follow her because that is going to be a highlight for me, listening to her. Day 4, the 21st of October, we have another talk from Leslie after breakfast on Tudor medicine. She's done a lot of work into Tudor medicine, and also she's quite an expert on things like contraception in the Tudor period and women's health in the Tudor period. So it'll be really, really good to also ask her some questions. Then we head off to Colchester, where we're going to be staying at the Wivenhoe House Hotel, which is a beautiful hotel. By the way, we're in Stratford, we're staying at the Arden Hotel, which is just across the road from the Royal Shakespeare Company and across the road from the beautiful Bancroft Gardens and the river. Oh, heavenly. So then we go off to Colchester. 22nd of October, day 5, we visit places linked to the Essex witches, those people that were brought down for just being a bit different. We learn about the witch finders who were employed to find them as well. So I'm really looking forward to that because I've done a lot of research into them, and it'll be so wonderful to visit the places that I've sort of written about but haven't actually been to. So that'll be wonderful. Then we spend our final evening together with a 3-course meal and a chance to talk Tudor and Stuart history one last time. And I love those nights where we can just chat into the small hours. I'm always up late. I'm a bit of a night owl because I absolutely love talking Tudor. Don't get much chance to do it at home apart from talking to you. So I just love talking to like-minded people. Then the last day, 23rd of October, we have breakfast. Say very tearful goodbyes. We're always in tears because real friendships are made on these tours, because you have got that link with people. You're all Tudor history lovers. You're all Tudor nuts. And yeah, you just, I don't know, there's just a connection there between people, and people have friendships for years and meet after tours, meet up with people. Oh, it's just wonderful. And we say our final tearful farewells. I can't believe that I have to wait over a year to this tour. I'm getting so excited about it. It's hopefully time will fly, because time flies when you're having fun, and I do lots of Tudor history fun. I'm so excited about delving into the religion, the superstitions, ghosts, witchcraft, finding out about the women that were brought down so horribly at this time. I'm really excited about doing this tour with Philippa and meeting some more Tudor history lovers. I do hope you can join me on this tour. It would be fabulous to meet you. It's always lovely to put faces to names, people that I see commenting on my videos and that I then finally meet. It's just wonderful. So I do hope you can join me. I'll give you a link in the description to this video so that you can find out more about this tour and how to book it. It is open for booking right now, and do be quick, because as I said, the Anne Boleyn experience sold out, I think, within 2 days of me posting my video, so lots of disappointed people. So do act quickly if you want to come on this one. I hope you can come. I might see you there. Take care. Bye bye.